In this video, we encounter some thick fog and rain on our way back to the island, where we meet up for some epic lake time with Lando, the boys, and Caroline and Matt. We also enjoy a big family get-together. Let's go. We are back on the road and heading east right now through Ontario, but we're going through a little town called Ignace, and this road we're passing right now is the road to Pickle Lake, Ontario. And we did that adventure a couple of years ago with both Jeeps and all the kids and Lando, and it's called the end of the road up there. And if you're looking for an adventure, take that road all the way up to the tiny little village of Pickle Lake. It's I think it's the farthest north town that you can drive to. Anything beyond that you have to fly in only. And then beyond the town, the road continues another roughly 300 kilometers further into the wilderness, and it ends at a lake called Windigo Lake. And it just ends right there. And it's a neat challenge. I mean, there's nothing up there except moose and bear and wilderness, so you know, people that take a route like that they're not going because there's a destination, or you know, you have to come all the way back on the same trail. You just go up there to experience complete and utter wilderness. So I'll show you some clips from our trip up there. Welcome to another episode of
The Epic Family Road Trip.
As we got closer to the end of the road, dark clouds came into view as a storm system was blowing in from the north. So stormy.
The end of the road and the storm to boot. We made it.
Wowza. Wow. We did it. End of the road.
So if you're coming down the Trans-Canada through this neck of the woods, it's called Uppsala, the town. There's a little restaurant here, place to eat. If you're road weary or hungry like we were this morning, we took off pretty early and we were looking for a place to eat, and then we saw this and we remembered it. We had stopped here on the way up to Tuktoyaktuk, so time to get some breakfast in us and get back on the road. Hey guys, I just want to take a minute to talk about our sponsor for today's video, and a very important topic about nutrition while on the road. As you know, we're going from coast to coast in Canada, and on a trip of that magnitude, typically you're doing, you know, about half of your trip taking your time, staying in camp for an extra day or two, and in those cases we eat really well. But then the other half of the trip is long days of driving and just really beating across the country to make up time So during those days especially, nutrition and getting the right amount of micronutrients and vitamins and all that is very important. And so we tend to eat at little restaurants, and we try to avoid fast food as much as possible, but your food quality goes downhill a little bit. In order to get the right amount of nutrients, to make sure that we are eating nutritiously and getting the vitamins we need, we use AG1. It's a comprehensive and convenient source of 75 micronutrients, vitamins, and whole food sourced goodness. So for us, it's a morning routine. Before we have our coffee, before we have breakfast, we take a drink of AG1 on an empty stomach, and man, it feels good. You get energy from it that doesn't have a crash later on, and it also mostly is peace of mind knowing that you're, despite what you're eating during the day, you're getting your daily source of micronutrients and vitamins and antioxidants and all the good stuff that you need, especially on a big cross-country road trip. All right, we finally reached the Great Lakes region. I got to talk loud because it's absolutely pouring rain and the water's building up on the road. And it's a mix of fog and rain, and which is obscuring the views. But typically when you get here, if you're traveling this way, north of Lake Superior is very, very scenic and beautiful, and there's places to stop along the way, big overlooks over Lake Superior, which are absolutely worth checking out. But we're not stopping today because of the rain is torrential and the views are all obscured, but that's okay. We've been here many, many times, and we're also on a journey back to get there on time for my dad's 85th birthday and combined with their 60th wedding anniversary. So no stopping for us today, but for you, this is a wonderful region to check out waterfalls and canyons and wildlife. It's an amazing area. So the rain has stopped temporarily, but now the fog is upon us. We are really socked in. I think this is coming, obviously it's coming off of Lake Superior. I don't know if it's a change in temperature or whatnot, but typically you see this early in the morning and then the sun burns it off, but it's 2 p.m. and we're going through sections of insanely thick fog where the people in front of us have their hazards on, and we might do the same if we get someone behind us, but that's all part of overland life. You see it all. So it's been a long drive through the rain and clouds and mist, and we're just getting into Sault Ste. Marie now, and you see a big rainbow and the sun is popping out, and it looks like it's going to clear up at some point. It's still raining pretty hard, but it just looks a lot brighter. So whenever we get to Sault Ste. Marie, we always have the decision to make. We're still about 5 hours from the island, and depending on how we feel, you know, we probably will get something to eat and then we'll decide, but we could push and get in late tonight, or we get a good night's sleep, leave early tomorrow morning and get in there a decent time tomorrow. So we'll let you know what we decide.
So wow, that was a big push that we did. It was a lot easier, honestly, in the truck than it was in the Jeeps. Just because we could kind of go more the speed limit. It was just more comfortable and more roomy. But and I love that, unlike the Jeeps, we would have never pulled over to a Walmart and set up our tents. But this makes it where, you know, we don't have to go, you know, another hour and go looking for another spot. Like we could go to a Flying J, an en route, a Walmart, you name it, and we're totally comfortable. in our truck. So that's kind of a really big game changer. So I'm going to go to bed. But we are only like 4 hours away from the cabin and the kids. So kids, young adults. I'm so excited. I was just talking with Caroline on the phone. We're going over wedding plans, and we just have to start hammering, you know, things out, like booking solid for tents, caterers, and, you know, what dress I'm wearing. She has her dress, getting Matt's suit, getting the boys' suits, and it's a lot of fun stuff. And she's super excited. I just love how fun and easy she is, because she's just like, oh, whatever, you know, like if we have that, if we don't. So I just love that Caroline, and just her whole attitude is just like, I'm getting married to my best friend. And really the decor and the dress and everything else is just second to that. And whew, it gets me pretty emotional, you know. I'm just so proud of her, and I love her so much. And I'm actually super thankful that we're back, so that, you know, we can start doing stuff together and planning it all out for her big day. But yeah, so I'm super excited to also see Lando. Man, goodness, I started missing him a lot the last few days. Our plan is we get up early again, but Walmart doesn't open until 7. So I might go to another Walmart that's like 3 hours away, because it depends on what time we wake up in the morning. But for now, I'm gonna go to bed, and we'll see you in the morning in the Walmart parking lot. All part of overlanding and travel. Yeah, anyways, talk to you later, guys.
Good morning. We are packed up and leaving. We have 3.5 hours left to get home. We're super excited about that. Well, not to get home, but to get to a nearby town, do some shopping for supplies, and then about an hour or so to the island. So that's exciting. We didn't make our own coffee this morning for the first time on this entire trip, I think. We're just gonna grab a coffee here at a shop and get back on the road. So guys, by the time you get to Ontario, you're just over halfway across the country. We highly recommend that maybe when you're in Wawa or somewhere up there, that you stop, rent a cabin. There's tons of them. Rent a cabin for a couple of days and rent a boat or a canoe and get out on the lake and just get off the road for a little bit. It's the best way to experience Ontario is on the water, the land of thousands and thousands of lakes. And so driving down the road, you're going to experience a lot of beautiful scenery and everything, but you won't get the full feel for Ontario until you do that. That's exactly what we're doing, because we happen to have a cabin in Ontario. So we're going to pause here and spend a week or so enjoying the beauty of the lake and the fresh air and the sound of the loons at night, and just getting off the road for a little bit. And then we're going to ramp it back up, and we're going to carry on through a lot of backcountry in Ontario, into Quebec, into Labrador and Newfoundland, and the other maritime provinces, Nova Scotia, PEI, and New Brunswick. So huge journey still ahead. Time for a bit of a break.
Good.
See you, my man. Sweating, eh?
Yeah, it's sticky.
It's nice by the lake, though.
Where's that Lando? Aw, look at you.
Where is that?
Hi, little guy.
He's gonna be so happy.
Lynn, who is this? Is that Mutter?
Look at you.
probably just can't believe it.
Oh, there's that rider.
Oh, good to see you, Dan. Woo.
There he is, there he is. Hi, Lando. Hi, buddy. How are you? Excited.
Hi. There you go. There you go.
What did you get, huh?
Wow. Good to be back.
Oh,
That's crazy.
so good to be back. At least for a while. We're taking a pause here and to get off the road, and we're just over halfway across the country, so we've still got the other half to do, and we'll be back at it soon enough. But for now,
well, for now it's time for a wedding. So not really a break,
well,
but a wedding.
A wedding, a birthday celebration for my 85-year-old dad, and a 60th
anniversary.
Wedding anniversary for my parents. So a lot going on in the middle of the Great Canadian Overland Adventure.
Good morning. It's so good to be back at the cabin and see the kids, well, at least the boys. It's been a lot of fun just hearing their stories and adventures while we were away and us sharing ours. The cabin was really clean. I just had to catch up on laundry. I was super proud of them and really happy that they, can keep all the homemaking skills going while I'm away. It's always nice. It's a good feeling to have. But yeah, so when I was in Oregon visiting my father, he gave me the box. I'm sure many of you know. You. Hi. Hi, Lando. It's good to be back and see you. You want to say hi to everyone? Yeah? Good boy. Good boy. Of course, it's good to see Lando too. Oh! Come here. Let's see. Come here. So, I was just thinking on the drive back. This is all the letters and photos I sent my mom over all the years. And it's weird to get it all back. And it just made me think of the time we have together. But then also that you can't take anything with you, no matter what. But you can leave memories and values and pass that down to generations. And so yeah, it was weird to go through the photos and just things from, I couldn't believe my mom, kept everything from my kindergarten all the way through high school. And then there was pictures I had totally forgotten about, because I don't know if many of you know, but when we were on our first go around with the RV towing the Jeep, our house got totally ransacked, and we lost nearly everything, or it got damaged. And it happened during an ice storm. And it's weird how you work so hard. We were in the peak of our business and our things, and just like that, they got removed. And at first, for about a week, I was pretty upset, going, man, we worked so hard for that painting. Or I remember our kids, mowing lawns to get that airsoft gun or something like that, and it's all gone. But in a way, it's just material things, and it really doesn't matter. But I lost a lot of photos. It was during an ice storm. Our security system had gone down, and what they had done is just parked at the end of the driveway, and we had quite a long, windy driveway, but they would carry it all down or sled it down. I have no idea how they did it. But then when we arrived, there was photos and either pieces of jewelry or you name it, it was all scattered down our driveway. So yeah, I have not seen things like, you know, me in the hospital having the children or when they were really little. And that was something our kids would kind of ask, you know, oh, how come I don't have that, you know, or a baby book. But so I'm actually happy I sent so many pictures and letters over the years. I think I sent one every single week to my mom. So that was, I'm thankful I did that, because now they all come back to me and it's pretty special. It's been fun. I've been sending the kids, like this is Caroline on the main dock, and she caught one of her first fish. And just, it's been fun. Photos of me and my mom, photos of, you know, Caroline coming home from the hospital, and Dan and Pete. It goes by fast now that I see photos, and then I'm looking at them and Caroline's engaged to be married. But this is my painting. I don't know how old I was, maybe 10, or drawing. I was obsessed with airplanes back then. I just wanted to travel. And here I am. Who would have thought? But I'm glad my mom kept all this. I think it was someone else's birthday and they must have used the paper on the backside. You know, when you live in a big family. But anyways, so I hope the kids enjoy it. And it's just been surreal looking at how time is basically how fast it goes. And I'm really excited about this new chapter. But I'm super happy. A few ornaments made it. It's really special. So a little bit of a time capsule, and I'm opening it and looking at it like, look at that. The 3 kids just chilling. I think this is, oh yeah, this is up here at the cabin. So, yeah, a lot of memories packed in this box. Right, Lando? Time to make new ones and celebrate the old ones.
As much as we've enjoyed our overland adventure across Canada so far, it sure feels good to be back at the island. Catching up with the boys has been a real treat, and we're excited for tomorrow when Caroline, her fiancé Matt, and a bunch of family and friends come up to the lake for the long weekend. There's nothing quite like these lazy summer days at the lake. It's a time for family, fun, and of course, plenty of food. Tons of food. After all that food, a little work to help out with digestion is always a good idea.
That is a heavy one.
These summer days are made for long boat rides. For discovering hidden coves and creeks, Nobody knows about this lake, really. Not many, just locals. And even exploring secret lakes.
Damn, that's the white canoe.
Yeah, because the seat, we made that, remember?
That's our canoe, yeah.
You know what, they
I
probably
restrung this whole thing.
We probably brought it here one time and forgot. Feel the water. You got one?
It's also the perfect time for endless hours of fishing. And for water sports. And some good old-fashioned fun. And if you manage to knock your brother off the tube, well, that's just a bonus. This time of year in Ontario, the days are long, the sun is warm, and the lakes are at the perfect temperature for swimming. There are over 250,000 lakes in Ontario, which constitute about 20% of the world's freshwater supply. And it's hard to believe that in just 3.5 months from now, most of these lakes will be frozen over. The lake then transforms into a winter wonderland, offering endless opportunities for snowshoeing, cross-country skiing, ice fishing, and snowmobiling. But for now, we are enjoying the long and beautiful days of summer at the lake.
It's been such a fun few days with Matt and Caroline here. We've just been totally relaxing and enjoying being off the road with them and doing a little bit of wedding planning, a lot of fishing. I'm just quickly making some simple brats. I got this relish at the expo in Oregon.
My homemade zucchini relish and stuff from my garden.
Thank you for coming by and blessing us with this yummy Amber, thank you, and we can't wait to try it out. It looks delicious, and she was kind enough to give me the whole recipe, so I hope I have enough to make a few of these to last over the winter. But yeah, we are just having a chill day before they leave already, and doing some barbecue. Then we're gonna go out on the lake and just soak in the last few hours together, and it'll be really nice. So come along with us. Just a few more minutes, it should be done. Good boy.
Good boy.
All right. Good job, Lindu. Happy and stuff. Good job, Lindu. Good job.
Good.
Oh! You saw it?
It came off.
It came off. Yeah, it came off like this close from the surface.
Oh, at least you got scuffed. I sometimes wish days like this could last forever. With all of us together again, enjoying the lake and each other's company. But after a wonderful weekend, we say goodbye to Matt and Caroline.
For everything.
Yeah, thanks for coming out.
What did you say? Oh. see you. They might pull you into the water.
It's not moving.
Oh yeah, well then I'll be
Canadian. Don't pull back too far in. Thanks for everything.
Extra stuff we need to knock off. Then if we get everything done, then you can just chill. Hey, Pete, don't forget to like.
It's always hard watching loved ones drive away, but as the sun sets over the horizon and we wind down the day, we look forward to seeing them again in just a few days as we all gather together for a big family celebration. Today is particularly special for our family, as we are celebrating my dad's 85th birthday and our parents' 60th wedding anniversary. As you may know, I come from a very large family. I have 9 brothers and 5 sisters. When we all come together with our spouses, plus all of the grandchildren and great-grandchildren, it creates quite a crowd. I grew up in a home filled with music and singing, so if you ask my mom what she would want for her anniversary, she would say, "I would love to have my daughters or my 10 sons sing a song for me." For all of us, it is an honor to stand up and bless our parents, to thank them for their love and dedication to each other and to all of us. My mom grew up with 2 siblings, but her neighbors had a large family of 12 kids. She would visit them often because it was always noisy, boisterous, and so much fun. As a young girl, she told her parents, "When I have a family one day, I want to have a big one." In fact, one of the first conversations she had with my dad was,
Our first conversation when I was trying to get to know her, she said, "I've always dreamed of having 12 kids." I said, "Okay."
And then, one by one, their 92 grandchildren contributed a rose until before them lay a large bouquet of beautiful red roses. I'm not going to marry Richard. After a wonderful celebration, we head down the road to help Caroline move some of her things into the apartment where she and Matt will be living after they're married. One of my brothers has a brand new apartment available on his beautiful equestrian farm, which will be the perfect place for Caroline and Matt to settle in and establish their life together. We're just moving some things from Caroline's old apartment to her new apartment. She'll be moving in here when they get married. Beautiful, spacious, and gorgeous views overlooking the fields here with horses. It's really nice. Or slide this over.
Use it right now for the work stuff, but some maybe pickles.
Hi, are you having fun with your friends?
Oh, what a day it has been. With hearts full, we set up camp in the back 40 and get a good night's sleep in preparation for an early morning departure back to the cabin.